Welcome back to Doodling with Purpose. We are, so accomplished at this point. Are you guys ready to jump into the final few lessons? All right, so looking at what we've been doing the past couple weeks, different left to right and right to left versions of the offering formula. And one of the things about the offering formula, besides the fact that it contains very static or familiar elements that always repeat, you'll see there in the middle, n, ka, n of the ka of. That is going to be followed by a title. So you're saying for the ka of the king, the butler, the guard, the etc. So let's go over some titles because that's the next thing you're going to see. All right, so this first title combines a glyph that you may remember from when we were doing verbs. SMS, the sled with two packages, if you will. So that would make this SMS with a W, then per, and then a final per as a determinative, which you recall are not pronounced. So SMS, if you recall from verbs, is to follow. And, well, as you can tell from the determinative, it's a palace. So it's a palace follower. All right, this next one starts off with the SW glyph, which, if you recall, requires honorific juxtaposition, which means, because it means king, you will put the glyph first, but say it last, which makes this niswa, which is the advisor of the king. So again, remembering honorific transposition for swa as well as netter and certain different glyphs that have religious meaning. Okay, let's continue with some more palace titles. And that means we're going to have to refresh on two glyphs we haven't used that much, the B, which is pronounced Biddy, and the seal, meaning like a seal on a document, not like a seal like like in the ocean, which is khatam. So you'll see these two glyphs almost used exclusively in titles. They don't appear in other words. So Biddy refers to the king, and that's another one of those glyphs with honorific transposition, which means it's going to be khatamt Biddy. You'll say Biddy afterwards. So this, because you've got symbol for the king, the B, and the seal, king's seal bearer. See how that works out? This actually is very useful because it helps understanding and translating titles. All right, another palace title, and we've actually seen this one before. We covered this in vocabulary. So it's made up of two different words, smr and wert, which wert is only, and summer. Summer, I always think of a summer companion. Summer means companion. So this would be a soul companion. All right, let's move on to some treasury titles. We see this all the time in Stella. Now, a lot of these titles start with MR, the owl and the mouth. This is actually part of meaning, so this would be mer khtump. So, and mer really means speaker, or the one whose words come out of their mouth. So this would be the overseer of what is sealed. So the overseer, that the head person is the one who says things. And that's what mer means. So you'll see that a lot in front of titles. All right, here's another one with the seal with it, khatam her, which is, since we're seeing her again, seal bearer's assistant. All right, this one is interesting because it's got a pun. That first glyph, which is the cow tongue, this is sometimes substituted for mer because the tongue is in the mouth, and the tongue is what the overseer uses to command. So if you see the ox tongue at the beginning of a title, it's actually pronounced mer because it's a joke, it's a pun. So here we have mer achanuit, which is overseer of the chamber. So this could be spelt with M and R or with the ox tongue. So here we have another title with the M and the R. So again, we know it's going to be an overseer. And what are they overseeing? Per. And what is per? A house. So therefore, this is the overseer of the house, or that translated into a title that we might understand is a butler. See how this is working with the MR, or sometimes occasionally with the cow tongue, which is pronounced MR when it's in a title. All right, I know it's a lot to take in, but that's what this is all about. And that's why we're going so slow. That's why we had, almost 200 episodes of this. The whole point is not to get overwhelmed. So write down all these titles. That's your vocabulary for this week, and we'll wrap that up next week with some final titles before going into cheats and final lessons. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this, and I'll see you guys in the next Doodling with Purpose.